can't see you overanalyze everything. Girl, I can't put your trust in everything, but it's a must. Your body keep flirting, make the rhythm just keep on working. Baby girl, I'm hurting, cause your body just keep on twerking, but your eyes keep looking and lurking. I got all the time in the world. Let it talk to me. Set it. Just slow it down, let your body speak. Turn it up. I know that timing is everything. Let's do this. Let it talk, step, yeah. Look how long me and you fi connect. Hold on tight, baby girl, come in love when you brace it back. Tell the DJ turn it up max, blast it up, ain't no turning back. So long.
I got this love to give you one time, and boy you're moving so fine. You got me losing my mind.
Let it talk to me. Hey, just slow it down, let your body speak.
Can we talk about our differences? And we don't talk at all. It seems so critical to speak less critically. I see no truth as mythical.
Chelsea going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
So we're up and running. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one. What do you think about the formation here, Jim?
Yeah, I'm a fan of this shape, Peter. Managers that set up this way are willing to back their players to execute what is an aggressive attacking intent. Goals are very much in mind, while you hope to keep outscoring the opposition, knowing you're probably bound to let a few in. But
Pedro Neto! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's there to belt it away. That has been slung wide. Yamal. Yoro calmly anticipates. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
this guy De Ligt is very impressive. I mean, how many players get to skipper a top flight?
And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Pedro Neto in with the challenge. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. And here's Neto. Casemiro defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Xerxes. It's a really well-measured ball, Ahmad. He's on it. Decent chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Casemiro is there and he can pick it up. Played out towards the right wing.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Mount. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot looking to get on the end of this. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Diogo Dalot picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Pedro Neto. Spread it left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because it's a...
Climbs up big! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
It's out for a goal kick. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. No, again there's no way through. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Yamal. Now it's Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Yamal. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Chelsea are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Now it's Xerxes. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. He's had it taken off him. Yamal. And here's Neto. He's going for goal! And that's off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's got away. He's looking wide. Now it's Pedro Neto. Yamal. Mbappe. De Ligt gets over. And it's half-time here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Ahmad. Manchester United are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Played back in. Oh, shooting chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
De Ligt. Casemiro. And it's Mount. Mount. Rudiger gets a foot in here. Pedro Neto under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Pedro Neto is in the top 10 when it comes to assists this season. Spread neatly, stood up well to him there.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Bruno Fernandes. And here's Xerxes. He's having a go. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Xerxes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Mount. Bruno Fernandes. Foot in. Joao Felix. Joao Felix carries the ball down the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neto. This looks promising. He's had a shot! And it's come back out to him. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And here's Neto. Driving on and making good progress. Bruno Fernandes. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a pretty loose pass. Ahmad, and he's managed to get free. He's going all the way. There's the shot. Yes! And the lead is extended still further. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Van Dijk. Matheus Cunha. And that could set him on his way. Joao Felix. Joao Felix making good progress on the right-hand side. Here's Ronaldo. Mbappe. Now it's Pedro Neto. Yoro.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. And he shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United can make their change now with a break in play, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Back into the middle. Shot a goal! It's there! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Out to the right. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Rudiger does well to get it back. Mbappe. And that is as far as it goes. Chelsea end the season in a less than ideal manner. The effects of this long, grueling campaign have seemingly caught up with them on its final day. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, we're effectively seeing the culmination of all the work you put in for a whole campaign. I really appreciate the fact that both sides, despite the end-of-term feeling, went at each other as if it were day one, and in my mind, it was the right result.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.